For our writing lessons this week, we are going to discuss how to write a narrative writing piece. When we begin with our first paragraph, we begin with using words from the question. So let's say the question was, what type of book are you reading? I am reading a book called, or a book that is narrative, or I am reading a book that is nonfiction. Take part of the question and begin writing your paragraph with it. Then give. Give description and dialogue in your writing. Use details from the text. Illustrate. Use a variety of words and phrases to signal order of events. End. You wrap it up with a strong conclusion. So you want to use this to plan your writing. You don't just jump into your writing. You plan it out. If you remember, we talked about the narrative writing diamond and the pillar, the expository writing. Um, you want to keep those in mind whenever you are writing. Let's look at this writing piece. Introduction. Use details from the question to begin writing, and you would type here. The beginning, middle, the height of the action. We talked about the climax and how a story rises and goes to the top and then it goes back down. That's what that is talking about. Middle just means that you're writing 3 paragraphs about the middle. And then the conclusion, you're wrapping it up. This is a rubric. And this is how your writing is scored. And it's very important that you use your rubric when you are writing or when you think you have finished. You go back to the rubric and say, do I think I have a well developed writing piece? Did I introduce the characters? And you go through each one of those bullet points and check off. If you feel like you did not, you need to be honest and say, I think I have a weak introduction of characters, or it's too short to complete a sequence of events. 1 to 2 sentences is not a successful writing piece. So when you are writing, sequence of events could be signaled in your writing by first, next, then, now, before, later, meanwhile, also, at least. All of those lets the reader know that you are transitioning to another event. Changing an idea would be signaled by words like although, but, yet, still, rather, however, on the other hand. All of those can be words that lets the reader know you are changing your idea or your thought. Continue ideas can be signaled by words like and, also, next, again, another, in addition. Time, it lets the reader know a specific time or day that you're discussing. Once there was, earlier in the year, last week, yesterday, after a while, on Monday, soon after. All of those are words that signal time. And then to let the reader know that you are wrapping up what you have written, you could use words like finally, at last, in the end, lastly, in conclusion. So today you are going to write to this writing prompt. I want a dog. It's getting close to my 10th birthday, and there is only one thing I want in the whole world, and that is a dog. I can just imagine how fun it would be to run in the park and play fetch with him. I would take him everywhere with me, and he would even sleep in my bed. I have even picked out a name for my dog, Sam. Sam would be a great name for my new dog. There is only one problem. My mom doesn't think I am responsible enough to be a dog owner. She said, Ethan, do you know how much work goes into taking care of a dog? Before we even think about getting a dog, you need to show us you are going to take care of it. That day, What does Ethan do? How does this story end? Use a clear event sequence, dialogue, and descriptive details to write the ending of this story. So we already have the beginning part. You do not have to retype that. All you have to pick up on is that day, comma, I, and fill in like you are Ethan. I am looking forward to hearing these stories. I know they're going to be great. Remember, you are not writing a new story. You are taking what is already written and you are adding an ending to it. And you are going to show with these words a conclusion, a ending, and a clear event sequence, dialogue. My mom said, I told my mom, things like that. Here is your checklist. Did you introduce your narrator or characters? Did you organize your events in a sequence? Did you use dialogue to show that the characters thinking or saying? Did you use transition words and phrases to signal a sequence of events? Did you include a strong conclusion? Did you use correct grammar and punctuation? Remember, every sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with some form of punctuation. Did you check your writing for correct spelling? Drag the check marks after you have finished and check your writing. I don't think there are any check marks on here. Um, I will add them in here. So whenever you see this, there will be some check marks for you to drag and drop beside each one of these boxes to show that you have checked that. I am looking forward to seeing your ending to this story and have fun writing. This assignment is not due today, Monday. It is not due until the end of Tuesday. Um, so you will work on this writing piece today and tomorrow. And also remember that a paragraph has 5 sentences or more, and you are writing an ending to this story. You could have one paragraph, you could have 2 or 3 paragraphs, whatever you need to write to make an ending to this story.